Guys, this week is just going to be a normal pickup video, but then at the end of this video I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a Q&A announcement. When I start doing like a new series of videos, we're going to kick it off with the Q&A, so I will explain more of that later. But we'll get right into the pickups. The first thing I have to show is actually a really cool case that I got at GameStop for my 3DS. It's funny because I was waiting forever for this case to come out. I was like, okay, one more day until it comes out, one more day until it comes out. And I went right to GameStop the day it came out, and I went ahead and got it because I thought it was pretty cool. It's this Pokemon 3DS case with both Pokemon from X and Y on it, and it's actually like really nice. It's really sturdy. My 3DS goes perfectly in there, and then there's slots for 4 game cartridges, which I wish there were more, but I only have one 3DS game at the moment, and then a spot for 2 styluses there. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I think this was like $15. But I really needed a 3DS case, and I thought that this was perfect, especially since I have the new Pokemon 3DS. So very excited to have this. Then I have a random pickup from Play and Trade. Play and Trade, as well as like the local game stores, haven't really had anything lately, but I did spot this. It was only $4.16 with my discount, so I went ahead and got it. It's Final Fantasy on the PSP, and I believe this is just a remake of the original, and I still don't own the original in my collection, nor have I played it, so I figured it would be a decent idea to pick up the PSP version, and I still don't own a PSP, but I have plenty of games for it. I just haven't found one at a price that I was willing to pay. So very cool to have this PSP game in my collection. Then we'll do some eBay stuff here. I showed in my last video how I picked up that Bomberman Land Touch for the DS here, and how it was missing the manual, and I went through all that crap with that lady. Well, she finally sent me the manual after like 3 weeks of waiting. I finally received it. So that was really annoying, but I'm glad to finally have this game complete. But yeah, that's probably the last time I'm ever going to order stuff that's a stock photo without absolutely for sure knowing everything that I'm getting. And then I went ahead and picked up the Super Nintendo RPG that I've been wanting for a really long time. I won an auction, I think, for like $15 for this, and the save battery worked and everything. So I went ahead and picked it up because I've been looking for it for a really long time, and it is Secret of Evermore here. And it's in really nice shape. And, you know, for only $15, I didn't think that was a bad deal at all for this. I will definitely pay $15 for any RPG, especially on the Super Nintendo. Since Super Nintendo games are getting so expensive, it's so annoying because it's like the main system that I collect for. But, you know, I was definitely happy to add another one for a decent price. Then we'll do 2 random thrift store finds. Haven't been having much luck at the thrift stores, but we'll keep the PlayStation trend going with me only finding PlayStation stuff at thrift stores. So first we got Nicktoons Racing for the PlayStation, and I did not have either of these titles. And then we got SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. And both the discs are, as the disc falls out, both of the discs are like in mint condition. Aside from just dropping it right now, but yeah, so I figured, I think they were both $1.99, so for $1.99 for 2 games I didn't have, I didn't think was too bad of a deal. Then 2 games that I got from a Craigslist deal, and this Craigslist deal was so sketchy. I saw an ad go up for a guy selling like his NES collection. And so I gave him a call and I was like, okay, like, can you give me a list of games you have? And so he gave me a list, and there were only 2 that stuck out in my mind that I wanted because I had the rest of the games he had. So I was like, okay, like how much? And he said $5 each, and I thought that was fine for both the games that I'm going to show. So I ended up calling him around 5:30, and I didn't get off work until 8:45. And he said he could only meet at his house, which normally I would never, ever do this, but I really just wanted these games, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I haven't had too many problems with Craigslist, so I figured, alright, I'll just go to this guy's house, because I kind of had an idea of where he lived, and it wasn't really, like, in a sketchy area. And I heard kids in his in the background while he was, like, on the phone talking to me, so I was like, alright, well, if he has kids, hopefully he's not, like, a total creeper. But, I went to his house, and I pulled up, and, you know, mind you, I was all by myself, so this probably wasn't a very, you know, smart idea since I was a girl, and he did know that I was a female from talking to me on the phone. He came out of his house, and when he came out of his house, he didn't have games in his hand, and he kind of looked like a little creepy, so I was a little bit, like, hesitant, taken aback, so I didn't get out of the car at all. I just, you know, texted him, like, hey, I'm here, for him to come and see me. and I like wouldn't roll down my window all the way, and he got like super offended. He was like, what, like, you know, what do you think I'm gonna do, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, you don't have the games in your hand. And he was like, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, it was you. And I was like, well, who else would be pulling into your driveway at like 8:45 at night? So I was like, you know, it's just a precautionary thing, like, it's nothing against you, but, you know, I just need to, you know, take care of myself. So he like went inside, got the games, and like handed them to me, and I was like, okay, like, here's your $10. So it was really weird. He was like really offended that I was kind of, you know, trying to be like protective of my surroundings. But, you know, I just got a really weird feeling that he came out of the house with like nothing in his hand, and he like, because it was kind of like charging the car, so it looked really strange. But yeah, that's definitely the last time I'm going to be going to anyone's house, especially at night and by myself. But the two games that I got, Double Dragon for the NES here, I did not own this game, and it was in like super nice condition, so $5, not bad. And then another game that I've been looking for a really long time. For some reason, I just never can find these type of games anywhere. And it's Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. But it has like a little bit of a mark right here. He said there was like candle wax on it. I don't know how that could have possibly happened. So I'm looking to upgrade this eventually, but for now it'll do. And, you know, $5 for a Zelda game is fine with me, since I never find Zelda games. So yeah, both those were $10. Sketchy as hell, but, you know, I did it. Then we will get into some stuff that I've bought, and a very generous donation from a YouTuber from the UK. I'm not totally sure how you say your name, if it's Leif or Leaf Gramson, I believe. I'll have the link in the description below. I can't totally remember, but he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. Him and I, you know, follow each other on Twitter, and we talk, and he's just a really wonderful guy. And he knew that I was wanting Animal Crossing Complete. And so he's like, you know, I don't have the US version, but I have the European version, and, you know, I don't really want mine anymore, so I'd be happy to just send it out to you. And he totally did. So it's the PAL version of Animal Crossing, and this is the first, like, European or PAL game that I have, and, you know, this game is completely mint. I think he said, like, he just, like, took it out of the shrink wrap, and, you know, that was that, but this does not get in any better shape. It's cool to, like, look at the differences, like how the GameCube, like, logo is on the top of the spine rather than on the bottom, and just how it says, like, PAL Nintendo down there. So, you know, this is really cool to have in my collection. Obviously, I can't play it, and obviously I'm still looking for the North American version, but it's very cool that he just sent this out my way, and it's nice to say, like, hey, I have a game that was sent directly from me from the UK. So thank you so much for that. You're a great guy, and I really do enjoy talking to you, so thanks a ton. Then, stuff that I bought off of one of my favorite people to buy things from, Jam Dizzy Dizzy, aka Everett. I bought that box Mario Party and a couple other things off of him a couple months ago, and he had some more stuff for me, so I was very excited. I'll start off with the extras he threw in. He threw in another controller pack for the N64, which I'm always looking for controller packs and rumble packs and all that stuff, so very cool to have that. And then he threw in an 8 gig memory card for the PS2. So it was really cool to have this as well. Memory cards are always really nice. And then as an extra, he threw in MLB featuring Ken Griffey Jr. for the N64, and I didn't have it, so that worked out perfectly in really nice shape. And then a game I've been looking for forever to finally put in my collection, Bomberman 64. So now I'm only missing Bomberman Second Attack for the N64, and then I will have all of the Bomberman games. Then 2 boxes that he sent me that I was extremely excited about, because both of these are 2 of my favorite games for the system, and to have the boxes just in completely like mint condition, with all of, you know, all of the papers. The only thing missing is the little insert for the game, but I can pick those up anytime. So we got Mario Kart 64 here, and this is just in like tremendous shape, and I love how he includes the box protectors, because, you know, anyone that has to buy the box protectors knows that those can add up over time. But this is just in like, you know, perfect condition. It's definitely one of the better conditioned boxes that I own, and for it to be Mario Kart 64, I'm very excited about that. So thank you so much. And then the other one that I'm very happy about is Diddy Kong Racing here. Again, just, you know, completely mint box in such nice shape, and, you know, it's always really great to add, you know, more box games to my collection. And I won't say what I paid for both of these, but, you know, he definitely gave me a really good deal on them, and I'm very thankful, so thank you very much. Then the last stuff I have to show is stuff that I've gotten on Facebook groups. I'm sure a lot of you know and or belong to a lot of those Facebook groups for collectors, and I struck a deal with two people. The first game I got was actually a copy of Diddy Kong Racing for the N64. I did have this game, but I ended up trading it off to my brother like a really, really long time ago, so I didn't have my own copy for a while. I ended up paying, you know, $10 shipping included to some guy because it was in really nice shape, so now I have a complete in-box copy of Diddy Kong Racing, so very cool there. And then the last thing was another boxed N64 game. I believe I paid $12 shipped for this, which I thought was a good deal. It did get a little bit crushed during the shipping, which I was a little, you know, pissed about, but, you know, I didn't make a huge scene, but it was Perfect Dark, and I do already own this game, loose cart, so it was very cool to have it in the box, but in shipping it just kind of got a little bit creased right there, but, you know, nothing terrible, and I'm not going to complain, especially because I only paid $12 for this, so cool to have another box N64 game. So that is it for the pickups. Now we'll get to the Q&A announcement that I have. Basically, you know, I announced in my last video that I'm going to start doing some different like material, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just start off, you know, that whole new series that I'm going to be doing with a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below, or you can, you know, message them to me, whatever, and I will do a question and answer video. You can ask me anything you want as long as it's not, you know, vulgar or like too personal, but I'll pretty much answer anything you guys throw at me. So any questions you may have, you know, personal, video game, you know, work related, whatever, feel free to send them my way and I will make a video on that. And then as soon as I do the Q&As, I think I'm gonna do my first rant video since I do have an idea already, and then kind of just gradually go from there. So have a good week. Thank you for the subs. You guys are great. And I will talk to you later.